Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make a really simple face covering. I recently shared with you a pattern that I developed for a face mask, and in the video I explained that I'd tried to develop the face mask to cater for everybody in my family and all their different needs and sizes. Unfortunately, there was one person I couldn't cater for, and that was my father-in-law. I made him a mask, and even though it fitted well, he's got really bad arthritis in his fingers, and he couldn't manage to get the ties around his ears because his finger functionality just wasn't there. So he'd bought something that was basically a tube like this, but it was made of a very, very thin fabric, and I didn't feel like it had much filter quality about it. So I made him a few in cotton elastane fabric, in which I just, although these probably aren't as good as a face mask, at least it means you can comply with the rules of wearing a face covering in a shop. So all it literally is a big tube like that you put on, and you can bring up over your nose like that. So even though, like I said, it's probably not as good as a proper face mask, it does mean that you can be compliant. The other thing that I found is quite good is they're quite good for kids that perhaps don't like wearing the face mask. At least they can wear it round their neck and just sort of bring it up here. Like I said, it's a very, very simple design. It's just literally a square. But the one thing that I have found is taking the measurements is the most important thing. So the way I found the best way to take the measurements is to actually put the tape measure around the nape of your neck and just bring it up to your nose, and where the tape measure meets is the measurement that I actually cut the rectangle or square width. So in this case my measurement is 50 centimetres. And I've used a 50 centimetre length for adults and around about 40 to 45 length for kids. So there's my square, and literally all you need to do is just sew down the side. So it's that simple. So if you've got an overlocker, you can literally just overlock this together. If you're going to do it on a sewing machine, I'd recommend using a ballpoint or stretched needle and a zigzag stitch, because you want your seam to be able to stretch when you pull it on. But for this one I'm just going to quickly overlock this together. So there you go. Literally sewed together. So you can leave it at that if you want to, or if you want to make it neat, I've overlocked around the edge just to neaten that raw edge, but with jersey your edges aren't going to fray, so you could literally leave it like that, but just for the sake of neatness I'm just going to overlock these. There you go. So that just neatens the raw edge, but like I said, it's just a pretty thing. You don't have to do that. With this end you can, if you want, thread this piece of overlocking into a needle and then thread it back, but to be honest I'm just going to cut it off. Just keep it quick and simple, it won't unravel. And there you've got a very, very simple face covering. So like I said, ideal for people that have less functionality in their hands, or for kids. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. See you again soon.